Has credibility in the cryptocurrency market finally arrived? Hello guys, there have always been a lot of assumptions and conclusions about cryptocurrency and everyone has had their own view about it. Has its credibility arrived? Stay tuned. First of all, cash isn't always preferred by businesses and consumers, and contactless payments such as Apple Pay are gaining traction. Consumers may pay for things at digital registers with just a wave of their smartphone. Cryptocurrency is a new type of payment mechanism that has recently emerged. By now, most people have probably heard of Bitcoin and other many cryptocurrencies. Well, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency to gain broad acceptance, but others are catching up. There are almost 2,000 different types of cryptocurrencies, with more being created every day. According to research, the majority of individuals have heard of cryptocurrencies but are unsure what it is. So, which one is it? Is it safe, and how can you start investing in it? We'll respond to such inquiries to assist you. Consider this: investing in cryptocurrency 101. One thing you should always know is that you should always invest responsibly. Don't rush to invest because everyone out here is investing and you need to take your time. This is all you need to know about the cryptocurrency market. First, Tesla stated its first quarter financial presentation in late April that it had sold some of the Bitcoin it had purchased earlier in the year. Year-over-year positive impacts from volume growth, regulatory credit profit growth, gross margin improvement driven by further product cost reductions, and the sale of Bitcoin, 101 million beneficial effect net of related impairments in restructuring and other line, were largely offset by a lower ASP, increased SBC, additional supply chain costs, R&D investments, and other items, according to the company. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, had expressed interest in cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, the most valuable digital asset, and Dogecoin, the meme coin recognized for its Shiba Inu dog face, which has had a tremendous price increase in the recent weeks. Since Tesla's announcements in February that Bitcoin had been added to its balance sheet, a slew of high-profile corporations have followed suit. As a result, many believe that interest from such credible parts of the institutional sector will provide the much-needed boost to crypto's reputation. Of course, it will be naive to ignore the fact that such corporate involvement is nearly completely motivated by profit. Indeed, since October 2020, the entire cryptocurrency market has taken off, as investors around the world continue to seek yield in a world of ultra-low and negative interest rates. Bitcoin had easily eclipsed its previous all-time high by December and had subsequently traded beyond $64,000, which it reached in mid-April. While the prospect of such massive gains is undeniably appealing to most investors, one might easily argue that much of the positive attitude has been fueled by major developments in the realm of crypto, which have aided the maturing of digital currency markets. One example is the trading of derivative contracts. Institutional demand in this field continues to rise dramatically, and being able to collaborate with partners like Cumberland will enable us to extend our capabilities, said Max Minton, Goldman's Asia-Pacific head of digital assets. The new product is paving the way for us to enhance our embryonic cash-settled cryptocurrency capabilities, according to the company. Cumberland, for one, sees its new partners' growing interest in cryptocurrencies as a significant boost for the industry. Goldman Sachs is a leading indicator of how smart institutional investors react to market shifts, said Justin Chow, Cumberland's global head of business development. This year has seen tremendous adoption and interest in crypto for more traditional financial firms, and Goldman Sachs' entry into the field is yet another indicator of how it's maturing. However, for every serious institutional investor who lends credibility to Bitcoin, there are even more inexperienced investors expecting to profit from the Dogecoin boom. While Dogecoin's recent increases are enticing, one has to wonder how much the volatility displayed by a coin with no differentiated uses or USPs, unique selling factors in comparison to other cryptocurrencies, adds legitimacy to the industry. The question that must be addressed is whether totally arbitrary spikes in prices across a handful of projects, and what appears to be a speculative frenzy akin to the GameStop stock craze that began in late January, driving much speculative frenzy as promotion across social media groups on Reddit. TikTok and Facebook attracted a number of retail investors to pile in and push the price even higher than the GameStop stock craze. People have different opinions concerning cryptocurrency. Now, who do you listen to? It's also worth noting that while schemes like Dogecoin have recently provided eye-popping results, they are just a small part of a cryptocurrency complex that already includes roughly 10,000 initiatives, each with its own digital asset. While many of those projects, perhaps even the majority of them, could turn out to be scams or at best offer no discernible long-term utility, there are now a healthy number of projects that not only have proven use cases, but also use the underlying distributed ledger technology DLT to solve real-world problems that have plagued humanity for decades, if not centuries. Indeed, the surge in investor interest in decentralized finance (DeFi) solutions has brought attention to the Ether cryptocurrency, which runs on the Ethereum blockchain. As a result, the space has seen a lot of bullish sentiment this year, especially for Ether, the second most valuable digital asset after Bitcoin. Decentralized technologies such as blockchain are used to implement financial services, allowing an ecosystem to emerge that does not rely on a centralized company or financial intermediary with disproportionate power to function. Payments, savings, lending and borrowing, insurance, financial market trading, and investment are all covered by this decentralized ecosystem. But the sheer repute of the entities that have officially acknowledged their interest in the field is perhaps the clearest indication of the cryptocurrency's legitimacy this year. Other global banking behemoths and hedge funds are displaying significant signals of increased interest. In addition to Goldman's expanding footprint as previously reported, despite JPMorgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon's well-publicized distaste for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the bank is reportedly preparing to offer an actively managed Bitcoin fund to certain of its private wealthy clients, with institutional Bitcoin shop NYDIG serving as the fund's custody provider. As a result, the U.S. banking behemoth is unquestionably the largest financial institution to have recently expressed interest in cryptocurrency as an asset class. Visa is another well-known brand that has made tremendous progress in crypto this year, serving a big geographically diverse customer base. It announced in late March that it would also allow the cryptocurrency USD coin, USDC, a stable coin with a value pegged to the US dollar, to be used to settle transactions on its payment network, following the commencement of a trial program with payment and crypto portal Crypto.com. The change eliminates the need to convert Bitcoin into regular fiat currency in order to complete a transaction. We're seeing increased demand from people around the world to be able to access, keep, and utilize digital currencies. And we're seeing demand from our customers to be able to design solutions that enable that access for consumers, said Kai Sheffield, Visa's head of crypto. In early May, Visa announced a partnership with Tala, a California-based fintech financial technology startup, to boost crypto adoption in underbanked areas in emerging economies. According to recent rumors, the companies would make USD coin available through Tala's digital wallet, as well as collaborate with USDC operator Circle and the Compromising Performance Foundation. Tala will be able to issue payment cards to people who will be linked to its wallets thanks to Visa's involvement. Tala has already offered more than $2 billion in microloans to over 6 million clients in emerging economies such as Mexico, the Philippines, Kenya, and India, and has garnered $200 million in capital to date, including PayPal support. Since 2018, a number of essential services geared largely at institutional investors have been introduced, a group that the crypto complex desperately needs to achieve legitimacy. For example, Fireblocks offers institutions a digital custody, transfer, and settlement platform to assist them protect their digital assets from theft by hackers. Indeed, the company was founded after 4 South Korean exchanges were hacked, resulting in the theft of $200 million worth of Bitcoin. Fireblocks had completed roughly $400 billion in digital asset transfers for about 250 clients by March, including banks, hedge funds, fintech firms, and exchanges. According to Michael Shalov, the company's CEO and co-founder, it advises half of the world's top 70 banks and presently secures more than $75 billion in digital assets per month. Despite the evident progress the crypto sector has achieved in gaining legitimacy as an asset class, broad adoption and trading of digital assets continue to face significant opposition.